Mike, thank you for joining me for the first ever podcast for Why You Do It. There are many reasons why Mike is so perfect for the inaugural, the first guest.
Dude, it is my honor, my pleasure. I love your energy, always have. We're very good friends, so let's do it. I am very excited. Thank you, Greg.
Of course, Mike. Thank you. Many people, of course, know Mike. They know what Mike does. They may know how Mike does it, why he does it. So, Mike, with what you do in life and work, it's why you do it. Tell me a little bit about that.
Wow. Why? It's great. You know, why has changed over time. Why I do it is just changed over time. Why I did it initially, I was getting married, I needed to raise a family, right? I needed to make income. But I always loved people, and that's why I love real estate. Today, and then throughout my career, why I did it was to build a team and help people grow and help my clients. And today, why I do it is to help agents grow, still to help my customers, but it's the purpose, it's who I am. And the best analogy I could tell you, Greg, is my father was a professor at LaSalle for 55 years.
Wow.
And he got a retirement at 68. He never retired. My one friend said, Dr. McCann, why are you still teaching? He was like 80. He said, what do you mean? That's who I am.
At 80 years old.
When I'm done that class, those kids come up to me, hey, Dr. McCann, how about this? As long as I still have it, I'm going to do it. And I do this because that's how I feel. As long as I can still help my clients, as long as I can still help the agents grow their business and give back the blessings and the gifts that I've given.
Mike, where does that inherently come from? If you could go a little deeper, where does that giving and that you talked about your father and maybe where that came from through the generations of where that came from? Tell me a little more about that.
So it's so funny. It's actually not my father. That would be my mother. So my mom raised us with love, always welcomed everybody in and taught us how to love and help people. And likes to be happy. So I am what you would call a people pleaser. I want people happy. I'll go out of my way. Now, when I was younger, people could have taken my kindness for weakness. So I did get a little Philly tougher, right? If someone's abused me, but I need my life through love and through happiness. However, with a mission of helping people. Like my biggest joy today, Greg, I tell everybody, is helping a new agent come into this business and from nothing and have nothing and grow this business. And that is all from meeting life through love through my mom. I was raised by my mom and 3 sisters. My dad in my early year is why I worked so hard because he left us. So we had life is a bunch of seasons, right?
Yeah.
So early in my life, my dad wasn't good. My dad ended up being great when I was older. But my fire for working hard, my fire for helping people was based on not having anything, working hard, and then I want to give back all the blessings I've received.
Yeah, you've done a great job with that, Mike. And I know as being your friend for so long, your friend to so many and do for so many. And, they talk about, certain things that people talk about. The one thing is integrity. The good you do when no one is looking. That's Mike. He's not looking for that payback. But Mike, let's go a little deeper with your mother.
So I don't know. My mom is all about love. So my mom, 3 sisters and me, I was taken care of by mom. What I loved is, growing up, no parents let people in the house. My friends would say, let's go talk to your mom. Like, I love your mom. You come home, my mom would say, here's some ice cream guy giving us a bucket. Like,
Right.
She was just a sweetheart and you could tell her anything. And, so just love. And I say, Greg, keep things simple. Like she likes to be happy. She likes to bring happiness to people. And that's what I like to do under any and all conditions. And the other thing was there was never too much, like my mom, anything you could ask my mom to do anything and she would help you. So I was raised with
Okay.
watching the effects of my mom helping people have on other people.
I love that. Are there any stories from your childhood or growing up that you remember that molded you to be on the path to the person you are today?
Um, so there are many old school stories, but my mom, everybody in my neighborhood, I grew up in far northeast Philly, and everybody thinks I'm from South Philly because of my accent, right? But I'm from the Mass Street in Philly. We moved
South
up.
Philly guy.
I'm not. So far northeast, everybody had mini bikes, and I said, "Mom, I want a mini bike." She said, "Michael, you can have one, but I can't buy it for you." So from 8 to 10 years old, I worked my carrying groceries at the A&P, cutting lawns, shoveling snow, selling soft pretzels for 2 years. And I bought my mini bike. And that mini bike, nobody drove it more. Nobody took care of it better. Nobody appreciated it more than me. So my mom taught me the value, she didn't teach me with no choice, the value of hard work and the results that has. And I let my friends ride who didn't have a mini bike, ride my mini bike or ride on the back of my mini bike with me. So early on, so my and then again loved. I could never do. She did not lead through discipline. We didn't have any discipline. So even if we did got in trouble in school or something, she'd be like, "Oh, you can't do that." She led life through love. You know. So the best story I have is, and I learned, lead life through love. However, to me, I was never going to live in that environment. I did want to build wealth because I didn't have anything. So to me, that from 5 to 15 is really a big period of your life where you
I agree.
determine who you are.
Yeah. Yeah. So where you've been the last handful of years, what other life lessons have brought you to the point that we always see growth? I believe we are all life students. Have you had any life lessons over the past 5 years that really taught you something or reminded you that you're on the correct path?
Yeah. So more than ever, I would always, my goal was to be the best, whatever I did. I worked in the sewers, Greg. I was the best guy that worked in the sewers. I sold vacuums door to door. I was the best guy. I
Was it
worked in
Electrolux?
Kirby's.
Kirby's?
$644 vacuum cleaners, three and a
So-
half years.
And you sold them.
And I sold them. I was number one in this
Yeah.
state. I'm sorry, in the whole country for 1 year. But that was because of my work ethic. But to have passion with what you do and to love what you do, no matter what that is. And when, well, I was in the restaurant business for 8 years. I was the best dishwasher, prep man, short order cook, busboy. I worked my way
Worked your
up.
way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, passion and purpose in what you do. No matter what, when I was going down in the sewers, 100 yards, I worked for the city at 18, just out of high school, in the sewers for a year. I came home scummed out. I loved it. I had fun doing it. So to me, you have to love what you do, and you have to help people, and you have to bring joy to what you do, no matter what that is.
Yeah.
But I do love to be the best. And I am not the best looking. I am not the strongest. I am not the smartest. I'm not the most talented, but I will
Who are you
outwork.
kidding?
I
Come
will
on, Mike.
outwork anybody. And my mindset, I was blessed with a mindset where I want to win. I want to have fun. And you don't have to hurt people. You can help people and win. So it's that's, and I can't stop today, Greg, because I love what I do.
That's
Like
wonderful.
financially, yes, I could stop a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I still, it's 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. I'm leaving the office. My assistant's like, "Mike, we're the only ones here." I'm like, "I know." That's what success. I still love it. So anyway,
So, Mike, doing so well, and I see all these stepping stones to where you wanted to be. No shortcuts for you. Nowadays, everyone wants to be CEO in a week. You really took your time, put the time in, and really achieved so many different levels of greatness. Where we are now, people who are trying to build wealth and want to, no matter what position or job or career they're in, what would you say? And it's not about money, it's about wealth to support the beautiful things you think of and do. Name me a few.
So it's funny. People say it's not about money. It's about money when you don't have any money. Trust me, when I had no money and there was no food in our house on Wednesday, I'd be like, I am never going to live like this, never going to live like this. Once you have money, your priorities do change. Like when I had no money, or when I was in my teens, I thought if I had money, I'd be on a yacht with a bunch of smoking beautiful women, right? Far from it. So what money can do today is it helps people, it helps your family, it helps your business. So the one thing I will say is it is really simple, but today it's, if you want to be successful, whether it's real estate or mortgages or no matter what it is,
Yeah.
you have to make up your mind to I'm going to be the best. And you look at the best person and you say, if Greg can do it, I can do it. He's not better looking. Well, he might be, but I don't care. He's not strong. Oh, he might be, but I don't. You look at the best people in the business,
Yeah.
you look at their lifestyle, and you say, that's what I want to do. And then you focus on that. You become the most knowledgeable in the business. You work the hardest, and now you work the smartest. And my key success early on in real estate was I continued my education, and I wanted to be the most knowledgeable. And I knew I was going to work the hardest. Now change is so rapid, and I was always ahead of change. When I helped the MLS become in the computer, it was a book when I came, but
Yeah.
I went to California and I saw that they had it on a computer. I came back to the board and I'm like, they have it on the computer. And I was engaged with John and Cheryl, John, I forget his last name, and Cheryl with the board for a year, watching that be developed.
It's wonderful.
So invest in yourself, invest in your technology. And then today it's changing so fast. And Greg, nothing is better than old school values, so
We know that.
no, I'm serious.
True.
Like you want to
Truth.
have, you really have to have value, people connection. Yes. AI right now, you need to be the best learning about AI. You need to invest in that. You need to invest in all the new stuff, but values. When I tell you something, Greg, I am going to hold my word no matter what. I will
100%.
never let you
True.
down. So I'm starting to ramble now, but
No, it's okay.
But it's when I say something, I do it. Under promise and over deliver. Become the hardest worker, become the smartest worker, under promise and over deliver, and help other people. It doesn't hurt me to help other people be successful.
That, Mike,
Sure.
no, I love it. The top 3 things in your life you're thankful for.
Well, I'm grateful to God, my family, and my health. I mean, those are every single day. I take a hot tub. I thank God. Not religious, but I trust in a higher power. I thank God. Thank you so much for the health and well-being of my family, my wife, my children, my family, my health, my well-being, and being healthy. And that's what I do. I am grateful. Gratitude. Everybody knows me. Gratitude is an attitude. I am grateful. We live, yes, there's troubled times. We live in the best time ever. Nobody had heat, hot water, food, health, medical. It's the best time. Yes, there's challenges, and you make sure, to me, I'm blessed with the blessings I have. I make sure that I help people in my world. Not shouting on social media about this and all this stuff. Impactfully impact people personally and directly. And you don't have to announce that. Yeah, I do some promotions doing a charity or this, but you do not. So I'm great. Thank you. Gratitude is my life force.
I know it is. It's the little things we do for people that make such a big impact. We just don't always see the impact, so keep doing those great things. Mike, thank you so much for being the first and to grow what we will grow here for this podcast of Why You Do It. Mike McCann, the real estate man. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy.